Jade Cargill is 49-0, and her 50th win has all the fanfare of an enhancement match.
Hold up. It's a black-owned business in the wrestling business? Pro wrestling, bitch, let's go!
Jade Cargill is easily AEW's biggest star, and their only chance of going mainstream. Problem is, she's competing in AEW. AEW getting its hands on a Jade Cargill is like a redneck getting his hands on a winning lotto ticket. Oh, their lives will be better because of it, but it's a shame all that good coin is being spent on a velcro wallet. AEW's relationship with Jade Cargill is the same as the Beverly Hillbillies' relationship with money. AEW hit the lottery talent-wise, but they really don't know what to do with it. Case in point, Jade Cargill is undefeated. Happy Black History Month. That's a good start. But how undefeated is she? 49-0 sounds good on paper until you go through Jade Cargill's wins, only to find that AEW doesn't let Jade anywhere near its top stars. Jade has compiled 49 victories against the likes of Dream Girl Ellie, Vert Vixen, Blair Onyx, and young upstarts like Sky Blue and Julia Hart, who are both younger than Chris Jericho, even if you combine their ages. Jade is undefeated the way TCU goes undefeated against the whack-ass Big 12, because they didn't play anybody. But wrestling is fake, so this ain't Jade's problem. This is all on AEW. Jade Cargill has gotten over in spite of AEW's inept booking of her because, well, look at her. Not only does she have the look of a star pro wrestler where you can't take your eyes off her impeccable physique, but she can talk, she's got charisma, confidence, and she's a phenomenal athlete. As a big black woman, it sucks she's in a hardcore wrestling company like AEW, which rewards being short and white. But Cargill is a one of one, and in the Brock Lesnar stratosphere of what would come out of a machine if you order the perfect wrestler. One of these days, somebody's gonna have to tell AEW that. Because even if Jade Cargill's win streak has come against lesser opponents, the least AEW can do as a promotion is, promote it. Jade is coming up on 50 consecutive wins to start her career, something that has never been done in the history of this company. Happy Black History Month. Yet how did AEW decide to build to this big moment? With a backstage segment against Red Velvet, days in advance. It's almost like AEW took a look at the stat sheet and went, oh shit, Jade's almost at 50? Okay, holy shit. Let's just give her Red Velvet. Again. Happy Black History Month? By the way, there is nothing wrong with Red Velvet. I'll never take issue with two black women having a wrestling match on national TV. Happy Black History Month. My problem is the lack of storyline behind Jade Cargill's 50th win. When Jungle Boy became the first AEW wrestler to 50 wins, AEW played it up huge. They even gave him a plaque. They did the same with Hikaru Shida, who even had a cool storyline where she lost during her first attempt and had to chase her 50th win against Serena Deeb. Despite being a bigger star than Jungle Boy and Hikaru Shida combined, Jade Cargill's 50th win is like that episode of Full House where DJ Tanner forgot about Kimmy Gibbler's birthday, so she had a last-minute birthday party. So when Jade gets that 50th win, I fully expect AEW to award her with a hash brown birthday cake. At this point, I'd be surprised if they even gave Jade a tooth, let alone a plaque. Jade Cargill's win streak is starting to remind me of another undefeated wrestler named after a color, Crimson. TNA had the right idea with Crimson, but they loaded up his undefeated streak, air quotes, with all kinds of schmoz victories, so by the time it was time to beat him, nobody cared. Similar to TNA with Crimson, AEW with Jade Cargill is following the Goldberg blueprint without any of the Goldberg opponents. When Goldberg was the hottest thing in wrestling, he was beating Sting and Ric Flair and Raven and Scott Hall, the Giant, Hulk Hogan. There's really only one way to do an undefeated streak before the fans see right through it, and that's to not half-ass it. Jade needs to be beating the brakes off Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, Chris Statlander, none of whom she's ever even faced once. Is Tony Khan that terrified of his hardcore wrestling fan base who just love black women? Jade will tell you herself that he doesn't want to put Jade over any of these indie darlings? Fuck them! If they're the stars that we all know they are, they'll be fine no matter how many middle-aged AEW stans cry about them losing to Jade Cargill. Imagine stumbling upon Jade Cargill, the Pat Mahomes of pro wrestling, and being like, well, what do we do with her? How do we get her over? This is gonna be tough. Don't overthink it. Jade Cargill's wins need to be coming on Dynamite and pay-per-view, not Rampage and AEW Dark. None of Jade Cargill's matches have ever felt like there's a chance she could lose. That's the fault of AEW for not knowing how to put her in the proper storylines to make fans emotionally buy into the idea that her streak could be in jeopardy. Shit, they couldn't even book her against Bow Wow correctly. AEW has come a long way in booking black talent, but they're still not very good at it. They act like they're allergic to talented black wrestlers and storylines, so maybe pop a Claritin before the next creative meeting so that the Jade Cargills and Will Hobbs of the world can have some direction. Jade Cargill is a star because of Jade Cargill. Her biggest moments have come not because AEW booked her in some fantastic storyline, but because she cosplayed as She-Hulk or Thundercat. Unacceptable. 2 years and 50 wins into a can't-miss career, Jade Cargill needs to be creating wrestling memories, and that falls on AEW. In WWE, Gunther is undefeated on the main roster in singles action, and WWE is all the way behind it. That guy's undefeated as fuck. He beat Sheamus in a classic match. I just seen him beat Braun Strowman clean. And Shinsuke Nakamura and Rey Mysterio, they even let Imperium beat the Bloodline on house shows. You didn't hear it from me. Gunther got up in the Royal Rumble at number 1, stayed for the whole match, and had the most eliminations. That's how you book an undefeated juggernaut. If you're gonna book an undefeated streak, say it with your chest, because scared money don't make no money, word to the Beverly Hillbillies. Check out this video predicting Willow Nightingale to end Jade Cargill's streak, and subscribe to remain undefeated in good taste. Is AEW dropping the ball with Jade Cargill this Black History Month? Tell me in the comments.